So let's carry on from exactly where we left off. So we're going to now export the slices, and when we export the slices, what's going to happen is the following. We're going to create a folder with all our little images. So each one of these little images corresponds to a slice. And what we're also going to do is we're going to create an HTML file, and that is going to with an HTML table linking to all these images, and that looks something like this. And the HTML file looks something like, oops. What the heck did I do? Looks something like this. All right. All right. So let's export it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go File, Save Web and Devices. Okay. Come up with the menu. I think it'll take me another hour to explain the basics of what the screen is, but let's just keep it simple and click on Save. All right. And we're going to save it, not there, but we're going to save it, where's my documents? In my webs folder, in my Java the Hutt folder. Okay, so I saved it there, and when I save it there, you notice that it created a new file, okay, and it created a new folder, and inside the folder are all of my slices, okay, that I created. So each one of these slices corresponds to what you just saw, and all my button slices, okay, are grouped together. Awesome. So let's have a look at what this file looks like. So I'm going to right click this, I'm going to open with Chrome. So it looks like that, but you know, none of the links work and there's no text in it. Well, to get the links to work, we need JavaScript. We need to add JavaScript, and we're going to use Dreamweaver for that. To get the text and the formatting, is we need to use Dreamweaver. And not only are we going to add text, but we're going to add a formatted text. You notice the text has a special font size and spacing between it. You know, the drag bar here, all right, and the title. So we're going to add all those things using Dreamweaver. And of course, we're going to get the rollovers working, we get the links working, and the splash page working, all using Dreamweaver. Okay, so there we have it. We have a slice. But the problem is, when we go to Dreamweaver, okay, when we go to Dreamweaver and we do the slicing, well, how do we make the rollovers work? Because we need a second of each one of these images, right? Just like we see here with the images, okay, we need both the non-rollover image and the rollover look of it. All right. So how do we do that? Well, we go back to Photoshop. Now the key thing to remember here when we're making rollovers, now, and listen very carefully to this, I guarantee someone's going to mess this up. Do not change the size of the slices. If at this point that you change this, and Photoshop will let you do if you want to. If you change the size of the slices, you're going to mess everything up. You cannot change the size of your slices. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn off the rollover layer and turn on the and leave the non-rollover layer on. Okay. Hit Control Tab again to get back my page. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the name of these files. Okay, I'm going to change the name of them to button hours normal. Okay, buttons brewed normal. And the reason why I need to change the name of the files is because when I export them again, I need to export them under a different file name. If I export them right now, okay, actually let me show you what happens. If I export them right now, okay, look at these files here. Like those ones. Okay, so look at these files. They're all the rollover ones. Okay. Now, if I were to export them now, what's going to happen is going to overwrite those ones, okay, with the non-rollover one, and that's really not what I want. Okay, so I'm going to save. All right, replace, yes. So if I don't change the file name, okay, look what happens. It replaced them all with the non-rollover ones. That's not what I want. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my rollovers, okay. Okay, and the reason I turn on my rollovers now is because I just saved the non-rollover version, so I may as well, you know, turn on the rollovers and do it again. Now, again, if I come back to here and save it, it's going to overwrite these files again with the wrong ones. Okay, so I need to change the slice name, which will automatically change the file name. So I'm going to click on my Okay, I'm going to click on my zoom tool, or I'm going to click on my slice tool. Okay, and I'm going to click on tab to get rid of my menus. I'm going to hold down my spacebar, zoom down a bit, and I'm going to right click, edit slice options. So I'm going to call this button hours RO for rollover. Okay, right click, edit slice options, buttons brew. Okay, RO, and I'm just going to cheat. I'm going to copy this. Okay, click OK, right click, edit slice options, button eats rollover, right click, edit slice options. I'm going to right click, edit slice options, rollover. Okay, right click, edit slice options, rollover. Okay, alright. So now that I changed the slice names, okay, and without changing the dimensions of the slices, I just changed the slice name, which will change the file name. If I export it again, okay, it should create some new files. So just click save, and click save, and then when I click replace, the reason why it's asking me to replace the files is because it's asking me, do I want to replace all these other slices, okay, with the new export? And the answer is, well, it doesn't matter, because I didn't change the dimension, I didn't change the slice, so it doesn't matter if I replace them or not. And you see here that I now have 2, okay, of every button, and not only that, is they're named consistently, so that they'll be sorted together when I list them in a folder, which will make it easy for me to add the JavaScript and find which image I want to flip back and forth to. Okay, so basically that's about it. So all I wanted to show you from here is, let's just get rid of that, get rid of the stuff so it's not confusing. So here I have my folder with all my slices, okay, and Photoshop has combined all these slices into an HTML table and created an HTML file for me, right? Can you just imagine how long it's going to take to do this? To type all this stuff out? I mean, just use your imagination. It'll take a long time. And now we need to bring it into Dreamweaver, and we need to get all the stuff, all the rest of the stuff working. Create our web page. All right. And here is the point where we basically leave Photoshop for good for the rest of the process and dive into Dreamweaver. Okay, so I'll see you next video.